All right. Rachel was so worried earlier. Um, what was the with her unusual shop here. So let's check it out. We got Dark Wolf Studio. Animal art that's weird, fantastical, and different. Okay, let's see what we got. We've got hyena, one of a kind, unicorn, spotted hyena art, wildlife sculpture. Let's see, love spotted hyenas, love unicorns. How about those two things together? I give you my most recent brainchild, hyena-corns. This little spotted, oh my goodness, hyena cub is hand painted. So it looks amazing. But you definitely, you made something totally new. It's definitely hard to find the right keywords. So if you felt like you were clueless, Rachel, well, I would be clueless too. This is definitely hard to sell because it's hard to figure out what to really come up with. But it looks really cool. So I'm curious, what have you been selling? Because I see you got a pretty decent number of sales. So you've sold some hyena unicorns already, a rainbow cat sculpture, a few t-shirts, and then some cardinals, some birds, little pony. All right. So I think on this one, yeah, this is a tough one. So for this one, you could try animal art, because hyena is kind of too broad because it doesn't really define that is a sculpture. So this one we've got 2,570. It's okay. Let's see. Nikki, I like that suggestion. Fantasy animal sculptures. Let's check that keyword out. 2,499 results. So that is a good keyword for you to go ahead and use. 2,499. Fantasy animal sculpture. Okay. And let's see, what else could we come up with? Yes, thank you, Nikki. Let's see. We could try fantasy animal art. Wow. So that one's a lot. That's a big keyword. So something like that, 69,000 results. Probably wouldn't put it as my number one keyword, but it's great as like a number 2, 3 keyword, something like that. So we got 69,000 results. Oh, Nikki is killing it with these keywords. Mythical animal art. Let's check that one out too. I didn't even think of that. Mythical, 4,106 results. Okay, let's try that one. So it's 4,106. And let's do mythical animal sculpture. Mythical animal sculpture, 765. So not quite as big, but actually still a good keyword that you can go ahead and use. So that's kind of what you want to do, Rachel, is just go out there and honestly, guys, the best way to come up with keywords is just to sit down and just search things and just add them to a notepad like this and record how many results they've got. And then you want to come back and you want to pick them out and kind of arrange them according to how big they are and then according to how relevant they are. So for example, fantasy animal sculpture, 2,499. That's a perfect keyword. Sweet spot of, it's in the sweet spot of 1 to 10,000, and it perfectly describes your product. Now this next keyword right here, fantasy animal art, is much bigger, 69,000. However, it's not nearly as relevant because it's just art instead of sculpture. So I would probably actually choose this one here, mythical animal sculpture, and that would probably be my number 2. And then I would do fantasy animal art as my number 3 because it's a great keyword. It's really large. There's a lot of opportunity for it. However, I feel the sculpture keywords are better. Now we can even try, you just basically try to describe it different ways, right? So we got fantasy animal. We could even try doll, even though it's not a doll, but it's not quite a doll, but it's close enough. So we could do, look at that one, 39.75, 39.75. So, oh no, 37.95. And then what was the other one? Fantasy animal doll. We can try, I had one already I was thinking about. Fantasy animal Sculpture. What's another way? Figurine, statue. Thank you, Natalia. That's exactly what I was thinking. Statue. So we got fantasy animal statue, 792, and then figurine. Okay, let's try that one. Fantasy animal figurine, 2100. So we got you some keywords, Rachel. We are coming up with the keywords. So whole bunch of great keyword ideas right there. And then let's go back and look at them again. And go back to the Dark Wolf studio. So I think the photos are pretty good. They're well illuminated, but it feels like they were taken inside and they just don't have that same pop, that same vibrant color that you get when you bring something outside. And really, you can it's just a different look and feel. So overall, they're good photos. Yeah, and I do appreciate that you've kept consistent with them, Rachel. They're all nicely, organized and stuff like that. So I would recommend for today, go and work on the keywords. The next step should be working on the keywords and trying to get the keywords really dialed in. And then after that, you could go back through and redo the photos and try and get some better photos. But I think you've got a really unique space, very special, very cool. We got you a bunch of good keyword ideas. I'm gonna pop these into the chat for you so you can go ahead and use them. Yeah, love the shop, Rachel. Definitely one of the funner ones that I've looked at so far.